Hey guys, if you want to see how I did this Neapolitan ice cream set, just keep on watching. So this is my fake hand from Red Iguana, and I do it the way where I remove the tips after I'm done and I replace them when I want to do a new design. And I just do that because I find it easier to switch designs rather than actually attaching the acrylic to the hand. So I just put full cover tips in all the nail beds. Like I just slide them in, and then I'm adding some clear tips, like gluing those to the full cover tips, and then I am cutting them to the size that I want and using the nail clippers to kind of shape them a little bit before I actually shape them with the hand file. And I'm doing all of them a coffin shape, except I remembered after I wanted the ring finger to be a stiletto to look like the ice cream cone, but I forgot about that, so you'll notice it kind of switches at some point to a stiletto. And here I'm just blending the tips so it's easier for me to do ombre. So now I'm going in with the first color. This is Taupe Sand from Glitterbels. I just thought it was the perfect like chocolate brown. It wasn't too dark, but it wasn't too light, and it just really reminded me of chocolate ice cream, so I thought this color was perfect. So I'm putting that on the tips of the two nails that I want to do the 3-color ombre on. And then I am taking a white acrylic, and I'm using Snowdrops white from Glitterbels again, and I'm blending that into the brown. And let me just tell you, this was so difficult. I don't know if you've ever tried to blend a really light acrylic color into a really dark acrylic color, but it is difficult to get a smooth blend. But I figured out eventually. I just kept going in with the two different colors and like blending with the brown and then blending with the white and then coming back with the brown until it looked the way that I wanted it to look. But also another thing, when you blend the brown into the white turns like beige. It doesn't stay white. So this color combo is so hard to do ombre with. At least I found it really hard to do ombre with. I figured it out in the end, but still, it was really tricky. And finally, after all that fussing around with the brown and the white acrylic, I'm going in with the pink acrylic, which is Maiden Sweet from Glam and Glits, and I'm blending that into the white. And as you can see, the pink just like basically totally covered the white, so I had to go back in with the white and add that, but then the white covered the brown, so I had to go back in with the brown. These ombre nails were just giving me so much grief, but it's my fault for choosing the colors, and I did really like the way it ended up in the end, so it was worth it. So now I'm going in with this marble nail. So I'm doing the cuticle like pink and brown, so it's not like an obvious cuticle color. And then I'm just really randomly blending them and mixing them together, and yeah, it's really random. I don't have like a certain way I do this. I just like it to look really random, and I really like the way it turned out. And then I'm just doing the same marble design on the thumb. Now moving on to the ring finger, which is the ice cream cone. And I'm just adding like a beige color, which is Glam and Glits Bare White. And once that starts to dry a little bit, I'm putting in this netting fabric. And this was my first time doing this. So it didn't turn out perfect, but I still liked it in the end. And I'm just leaving that in for a few seconds and then carefully pulling it out. And then I'm gonna fill in the little cracks with the darker brown that I used for the other nails. And I'm doing this really like liquidy, that way I can really get into those cracks. And then I'm gonna file it after. And while that's drying, I'm just covering all the other nails with clear. So now, like I said I was gonna do, I'm taking my e-file and filing all that extra darker brown off. So now it's just the beige with the brown lines through it. Then I started making the actual ice cream. So I'm starting off with pink this time on the bottom, just because the cone is like a brown color. So I'm just kind of putting a blob of pink and then just trying my best to make it into like an ice cream shape, sort of, with like the ridge on the bottom. And then once that starts to dry, I just kind of like rough it up a bit so it's not like so smooth. It has more of the texture of like when you scoop ice cream, if that makes sense. And then I just do the exact same thing with the white and then the brown. once everything was dry, I'm just going in with my hand file and filing everything into the shape that I want, getting rid of the extra acrylic, any bulk, stuff like that. And you'll notice I didn't cap the thumb, so the thumb's like really thin. And I just did that because you can't really see the thumb in the picture anyway, so I might as well not like waste acrylic or any more time like fussing around with that nail. But obviously, if it was a client, I would cap it and make it much thicker. And then I'm just using this little dusty bit that goes on the e-file to get rid of all the dust, because I just find that the most effective way to get dust off of these silicone fake hands. Now I'm just going in with a no wipe top coat, and I'm doing that over all of the nails. And then on the ring finger, I'm only doing the cone. I don't love the look of 3D art covered in top coat, like to be shiny. So I just left the ice cream alone, but I did do the cone shiny because it was flat. And I wanted to add a little bit of bling, so I just did one crystal on each nail, other than the ice cream nail. So this is the finished set. Let me know what you think down below. I am obsessed with these. It literally just makes me want an ice cream. But please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And thank you so much for watching.